Alright, what's going on, people of YouTube? It's your boy Noob Bot, the Universal Gamer, and I'm here to give you guys a how-to on how to save money, how to manage money, and things of that nature, based off how much I know, because I don't know everything when it comes to things, but you know, I know a little bit. And I got a question from one of my good subscribers and about this in particular subject, and I also got questions in the past similar to this subject or whatever. How to manage money and how to save money. They're two different things. A lot of people think it's the same thing, but it's actually two separate different things. Managing money and saving money is two different things. And it also depends on your age group, you know, as far as managing money and saving money. You know, mainly when you're younger, you're trying to save money. When you're older, you're trying to manage money. It's hard to save money when you're younger, and it's easy to save money when you're older, but hard to manage money when you're older, you know. That's usually how it goes. When you're younger, you got so much stuff to bribe you, you know, especially when you're in your preteens. You got everything, every single thing you see that's sold inside stores you want, whether it's from candy all the way down to games to whatever you like. Hopefully it's not drugs. But I'm gonna give you a couple of tips as far as saving money first, and then we're gonna move it over to managing money and spending money and stuff like that, because a lot of people that don't know how to spend money, and that's kind of, you know, it may seem kind of weird, but it makes sense. So saving money, the first thing to do, which is the hardest thing, is, as far as the first tip, is get used to saving money. You know, get used to having money. You know, once you see that green inside your hand, you know, like they say, the old phrase go, it's burning a hole in your pocket, because that's what people do. Like they act as if it's burning a hole in their pocket, so they gotta hurry up and spend it. You know, that's what that phrase means, or that saying means. And you know, you get used to having money. You know, just get used to seeing it all the time, and just having it saved inside like a drawer, or inside like a little, you know, wherever you keep your money at. Just get used to seeing it. That's the hardest way to save money, just getting used to having it around you all the time. Because when you see it, you just want to spend it. You see something that you can afford, you just want to spend it. Okay. Also, the next tip is get a bank account. When somebody think of saving, what do you think of? A saving account. But me personally, I don't like saving accounts, because I don't like the thought of somebody else needing to hold my money. That's like childish to me, you know, in my opinion. You need somebody else to hold your money. That's why I really don't take in kindly to banks. You know, I don't really care about banks. I don't need nobody else to hold my money. You know, if you have a hard time holding your own money, no matter what you do, then yes, you need a saving account or whatever, and make that saving account, make it to where you can't withdraw anything until you get a certain amount, and the bank won't allow you to withdraw anything unless you get a certain amount saved into your bank account. You know, that's one way to force yourself to save money or whatever. The next tip, which is get a debit card. These days, anybody can have a debit card, whether you're 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, it don't matter. You can load those debit cards, and what that does is allow the money to be out of sight. Like they say, out of sight, out of mind. So if you don't see the money in sight, it's out of your mind and stuff you can spend it on. But then it adds another scenario. It makes you want to buy stuff online, like off of Xbox Live, PSN, Steam, Amazon, Target.com, BestBuy.com. Makes you want to shop online then. But at the same time, it still allows you to save money more better, because you don't see the cash sitting there. You see, you just see a card, and you know, you can't. People, even though you can take a card to any store these days and buy something with a debit card or a bank card, it don't have that same effect on you as money does. Because money, bam, you take out the money and spend it. But when you got a card, it's a different story. You know, so I say get a debit card. Also, another tip which ties into the first tip is find pleasure into watching your money grow. You know, find pleasure, like I'm saying it again, find pleasure in watching your money grow. You know, so I say you get allowance or something, or you get some money from your parents or something, you get 50 bucks. What you want to do with that 50 bucks? You want to go buy the damn Call of Duty, don't you? Or you want to buy something, a game or something, or you want to buy this or buy that. Save that, you know. That ties into the first thing I told you. Get used to having money, so save it. Okay, bam, you about to help one of your family members move for like 25 bucks. Okay, bam, take that 25 bucks, put it with that 50. How much you got? 75. And then, and 2 days later, your friend owe you 10 bucks. Bam, take that 10 bucks, put it with your 75. You got 85. And then your birthday's coming up, you're getting $110. Bam, take that 110, put it with that $85, and that's the best thing. Get used to watching your money build. That's when you become like a real person that builds up their money. You know, that's how people get into the real estate business and stuff. People that likes to watch their money grow, that never spend their lunch money, never spend their allowance. You realize if you go ask any real estate agent or a person that owns a lot of houses, a person that's into a lot of money, and they don't floss expensive chains and Ferraris and Bentleys and BMWs and Mercedes, they driving around inside a regular Honda or something, but they got a cash flow. They don't spend the money off on all these materialized things and stuff like that. You go ask any one of those people about their childhood, they're gonna tell you, I was on the type of kids I like to watch my money get bigger and bigger, you know. And then that becomes another issue. Either way it goes, money is an issue, you know. It becomes another issue because now you're looking at, let's say you done saved up to $475 through like a 6 or 7 month period as a preteen, and you're looking at it like, wow, this is the most money I ever had in my life so far at once after saving up all this time. Now a lot of things start flowing through your mind. Now you're starting to be able to afford the big boy toys. Now it's like, damn, I can get that fucking Halo 4 360, or damn, now I can get a fucking bike, that BMX bike I wanted to get, or the skateboard that I always wanted that my friends got, and now I can afford with the nice bearings and stuff like that. Or now I can get this guitar. You know, everybody had their own hobbies still, so you gotta fight your hobbies as well, you know, that you have. And gaming is my hobby too, and I got other hobbies as well. But at the same time, you gotta sit down and think to yourself, what's more important to you? You know, is this game more important, or is this, you know, this whatever you like, you know, is this more important than saving your money for something? Now, another thing, speaking of saving your money for something, if you're saving your money for an particular thing, that could be hard. And your mind goes back and forth on, are you sure you want to save up for this? Because once you realize, you start getting change of heart syndrome. Once you get like $50 off from what you need to get this in particular item you've been saving up for, once you almost about to have the full amount, you start to change your mind. Like, damn, I've been saving up all this time, and it's I still want to get it. And you start watching videos to get yourself back excited or whatever, and like you just start to feel like you're going to change your mind. I say, don't change your mind if you're planning on getting something. You know, go ahead and get it. You know, you've been saving up for it, and the best way to save up for a particular thing you're saving up is to do all those things I mentioned. You know, get a debit card, or, you know, put inside a savings account, or wherever the case may be. Get used to watching your money build. I go through the same thing. You know, there's a lot of things I can buy right now, and I got an example. I mean, I'm gonna show you in real time. You know, this is money I've been making the past 2 weeks. This is $340. This is only half of the cost of my Sigma lens. This money, I've been getting $40 here, $100 and something there. You know, got $120 from a music video I shot the other day, and I just been putting it all inside here, putting inside my little drawer thing that I keep my money in. I'm used to having money, so like it doesn't kill me by holding the money and like, damn, I want to spend it on something. But then things inside my mind start popping up like, do I really want that $600 lens, damn near $700 lens? Is it really going to pay off? Do people really see a big difference from my 50mm lens compared to the new lens I'm gonna get? Is it really going to be that big of a difference? You know, because people already love how the picture quality looks. You know, a lot of things start flowing through your mind. Oh, now I can get that Xbox 360, that Halo Xbox 360, instead of getting that lens. You know, with another $60, I have enough for the Halo 360. You know, do I really want to get that lens? Is that lens more important than the 360? Then that's when you sit down to yourself and think, what's more important? You know, upgrading your equipment or getting a new game console. You know, and you know, being happy with that. You know, it's all about what's more important. Always choose what's more important. If you got somewhere to go, and you got also another place to go, and they're all within the same time zone, which one is more important to you? Which one is the more bigger payoff? So I think the better lens, for me to spend around $700 for a better lens, is a more payoff than having a limited edition Xbox 360 console and stuff like that, because eventually that lens will add me more money and allow me to do more things to build up more money to eventually get what I want to get. So that's what you got to do throughout, you know, your saving money and spending money. That goes into spending money. People don't know how to spend money these days. You know, I'm pretty sure you can give me $1,000 and somebody can give you $1,000, and I'm pretty sure I'll have 5 times to 10 times more stuff than you got with your $1,000. you know, because I just know how to spend money. A lot of people get a lot of money. Oh, why shop around? You know, I got enough for this. I don't need to shop around. You know, just because you got a lot of money, shop cheaper, not steeper. I always say this every time I buy something, and you know, even if I got enough for this in particular thing, if I can get it cheaper, you know, shop cheaper, not steeper. If I got $10,000, I'm still gonna shop at Ross. If I got $1 million, I'm still gonna shop at Burlington. I'm still gonna shop at the same stores I shop at. Even when it comes to grocery shopping, I shop at Food for Less, and I shop a little bit at the 99-cent store, 99-cent only store. You know, it don't matter how much money I got, I'm still gonna shop cheaper, not steeper. There's no point in throwing out money when you don't have to, you know. So that ties into that. Even other things in the back of my mind I've been wanting to get. Like I sold my my Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker limited edition PSP. I was supposed to buy another one, and now I got enough. I got $200, more than $200 right here. I can go put this on my debit card and go buy it right now off of Amazon.com. You know, so you gotta fight the feeling of wanting to get certain things, the pleasures. You know, it's nothing wrong with the pleasures, but especially when it's your money and you saved up for it legally, you know, and you worked your ass off for it, you know, you can buy wherever you want, as long as your stuff is taken care of. Now, for my adults out there, my young adults, people that's soon to move out from their parents' house and stuff like that, when it comes to managing money, that's a whole other topic. You know, you gotta know how to manage money. By this time, you should be used to, you know, managing money or saving money and stuff like that. Because once you get your own house, you know, it's a bigger ball game. You got rent, you got toiletries, food, gas and electric, cable, internet. You got a lot of stuff to pay. So when you get this $1,200 paycheck and you think you done worked all these hours, you got you a $1,200 paycheck, you about to go buy this and buy that. It's no more of this, you know, I'm a little teenager, I'm about to buy a lot of stuff with all this money. No, a big chunk of that money comes out for rent. Another chunk of it comes out for your bills and stuff like that. And then after you're done, realistically, you only got about $40 left. So that $1,200 paycheck is really for $40, you know, or $50 left, depending on how you manage your stuff. Now me, I got my own techniques of the way I pay my bills and stuff like that. The first advice I want to give you, if you got a mate or something, or you got a girlfriend, boyfriend, fiance, the more people inside your household, the more money you're pulling in. So my household, I manage everything in my household. I manage everything, you know. I'm used to doing so much stuff, you know, and I manage every little thing, you know. My household pulls in anywhere between $1,000 and $1,600 every 2 weeks, you know. And wow, man, that's a lot. No, the hell it's not. First of all, I'm in San Diego. I'm in Diego, bitch. It's like, but I'm in San Diego. You know, rent these days for a 1-bedroom is $1,000 and up. For a 2-bedroom, it's $2,000 and up. You know, anywhere between $2,000 and $2,700. Ridiculous. Even in the hood, as you know, compared to Chicago and all kind of other places, this is not the hood. You know, people around here think it's the hood. Dude, you haven't been any other places where it's really the hood. You know, so yeah. But even in what they consider the hood in San Diego and stuff like that, it's still expensive. You know, so this is how I pay my bills. And some of you guys are going to be confused, especially my adults out here that's watching me. I never pay my bills on the first. I've had my own place for over 5 years, and I've never paid my bills or rent on the first. Well, I have paid my rent on the first sometimes, you know, but I never pay my bills on the first. You know, I pay my stuff every 2 weeks basis. Sometimes it lands on the first when I pay my stuff. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it lands a couple of days after the first or whatever. I pay all my stuff half and half. Even my rent, I paid half and half. You know, we pay $600 here, half and half, $300, and then $300 in the middle of the month. My Cox bill, $140. You know, I pay $80 in the beginning of the month and the rest in the middle. You know, my gas and electric comes up to roughly around $70 to $80. You know, that I always pay full. I always pay that fully. I don't know why. I never pay half and half on my gas and electric. I just pay the whole thing, because usually I put $80 on all my bills or whatever, and then pay another $80 or whatever is left in the middle of the month. So my gas and electric usually come up to anywhere to between $65 to $80 anyway. So I just pay it all, you know, sometimes in the beginning of the month or in the middle of the month. My cell phone bill, which is my most expensive bill. You know, I got 3 cell phones on that contract, and a house phone, and yeah, and that's it. You know, so 4 things. My cell phone bill comes up to $240, half and half. You know, I pay $120, you know, and then $120 in the middle of the month. You know, and that's how that works. And the reason why I do this is because you got to realize you're paying them. You're paying their paycheck. You know, as long as they get their money before the month is over or before the end of the month, they don't trip. You know, I don't know where you live at, but they don't trip. Now, gas and electric, SDG&E, which is somewhere, it's called something else where you live at. SDG&E and Cox, not Cox, but Verizon. You know, my cell phone bills, they charge a $10 late fee or whatever. I don't care. You know, I'm not going to be the person that's stressing out on the first of the month where, oh, I'm pulling my hair out because I don't got enough to pay all my bills. I'm trying to pay it all off on the first. Why trip? Pay half and half, man. Pay in the beginning and in the middle. Even my manager lets me do that, and she the one that brung it up. Y'all can pay in the beginning and the middle. It doesn't really matter. You know, it doesn't really matter. You know, and that's how I pay my stuff anyway. So I was like, cool. That's cool with me, homie. But you know, I was like, cool. You know, so that's how I pay my stuff, man. As far as managing, as far as spending money, talked about that a little bit. Some of you guys don't know how to spend your money. You know, you go out, you go to like my god brother. You try to be like Lil Wayne. You try to be like people famous. You are not fucking famous. Stop trying to buy $200 jeans when you don't really got a damn job like that to be buying some $200 jeans. Because you want to wear what the same thing Drake is wearing, or Lil Wayne is wearing, or people on TV is wearing. That's the problem with the world these days. 95% of the population live off of TV. Desperate Housewives. Fucking all these retarded TV shows, which is not all that retarded, but it's like based off how people live, based off what they watch on TV. It's just ridiculous, you know. And live below your means. Never live above your means. And I learned this from a rich person, from a wealthy person, put it like that. Because I've been doing landscaping for so many people. I've done landscaping for over 10 years. And I learned this from a wealthy person. So if he's wealthy, he got a big ass house and stuff, and you know, he's hiring me to do stuff, and he knows how to manage his money, and then obviously you know what the hell he's talking about. He always say he never lived above his means or at his means. He always lived below his means. So what that means is, if you're able to afford a house that's like $1,500 a month and still have $600 or $800 left over that month, that means you can't afford it. Live below your means. So don't get a $1,500 house if you can afford it. Get something that's like $1,200 or $1,000. You know, always live below so you can be able to save and build up to the next level. As long as that next level is below what you pull in as a whole when it comes to income, everything. That's what allows you to do this. It allows you to kick back and relax and not have to worry about bill collectors calling you, knocking on your door, which I don't know if they do that anymore, and sending you notices in the mail like, oh, your stuff is past due and stuff like that. For my young, you know, kids out there, you know, it's hard, you know, when you're younger. And before I end this video off, I almost forgot the main thing I want to tell some of my young adults, people out there that's 15, 16, 17, 18, that's looking to get in their first car and stuff like that. Stay with your parents as long as possible. What you want to do when you're 18 and your parents, if your parents still does allow you to stay with them when you graduate from high school and get a full-time job or go to college and you're getting paid to go to college, get as much stuff while you're staying with your parents. Hopefully they let you stay with them for free. When it comes to my mom, it wasn't no such thing as free, but you know. But anyways, get as much stuff as possible, especially if you're on the verge of moving out soon. Like in the next 2 years, start buying furniture, because you're able to afford a lot of stuff when you don't have a house to manage. So start buying furniture, start buying toiletries like dishes and stuff like that. Start buying covers, start buying beds and stuff. Putting aside like a $50 storage or a $25 storage a month and stuff like that, like a small storage. So when you do move out and you start having all this rent to pay, you don't have to worry about saying, damn, I don't got enough fucking left over to buy me a bed. I don't got enough left over to buy me a nice carpet or a rug for my living room. I don't got enough for that HD TV, because you're not gonna have enough for shit when you get your own place, unless you got a mate, or unless you got other people roommating with you in your household and stuff like that, that's pitching in and that's working together and stuff like that. But you're not gonna have enough for nothing. So that's why you want to get, while you're staying with your parents, you know, for free, you want to get all that stuff. When you start working a full-time job, you want to buy all kind of stuff you can That don't mean just entertainment stuff like games and surround sounds and stuff like that. That mean, you know, a little TV or something, you know, even if it is a nice HD TV, go ahead and get it, you know, because you're not going to be able to afford a nice HD TV once you move out, you know. So go ahead and get all the things you need for your house a couple of years ahead of time. Trust me, you will come back to this video and you will thank the fuck out of me, because it pays off. You know, it's a big payoff. You'll understand why. So when you move out, you have brand new stuff taken out your storage, put inside your house. Your house will look nice and neat. People think that you're rich because, damn dude, you're only freaking 20, 21 years old and you got all this new furniture, new TV, man, and a nice house. How the hell did you end up doing this? Watch this guy Noob Sci-Bot video on YouTube, you know, just some random black dude that just does all kind of videos. He's multi-talented and he's sick with it. And, you know, he taught me this advice and stuff like that. So I hope I helped a lot of people out there. Thank you, Troc, for asking this question, you know, because a couple people asked me the same question a while back and I meant to make a video, so I decided to get up off my black ass and make a video and stuff for you people out there on YouTube. I care about you guys, and that's how I do my thing, you know. I didn't have nobody telling me this. I had to learn for myself. So luckily I learned fast. So with that said, it's been your boy Noob Sci-Bot, aka M Lee, and I'm out of here. Peace.